How would Jennifer Lawrence introduce a video?
Where's the pizza?
Hey guys, today I'm gonna be doing the Jennifer Lawrence book tag. This tag was originally created by Michael the Book Lion, but I'm actually going to be doing an altered version of this tag that was created by Natasha over at Toshopolis. So without further ado, let's jump in to this derpy, wonderful tag. Number 1, swearing off social media. For those of you who don't know, Jennifer Lawrence does not use social media. She doesn't use Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So the question that goes along with this one, pick a book that you refuse to read. For this one, I'm going with Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I read Black Ice by Becca Fitzpatrick, and while I actually enjoyed this book, I know that a lot of people didn't like this book, I personally enjoyed it. And while I did enjoy this, I didn't necessarily like the writing, and because of that reason, I just don't have any real desire to pick up the Hush Hush series. Number 2, The Oscar Trip. For those of you who don't know, I'd be surprised if you didn't know, Jennifer Lawrence tripped at the Oscars. So to go along with this, we've got a book/book series that hit a snag for you. This happens to me a lot actually. Even if I'm enjoying a book, like really enjoying it, loving it, sometimes I just get distracted by other shiny new books and I will just set it aside. And it's not necessarily that it hits a snag, but it's me being like, oh, shiny new book, ha ha. For example, I started reading Faking Normal by Courtney C. Stevens when I was on my way back from Book Expo America. Traveling home, I started reading it and I loved it. It was so good. I got about 75 pages in, and then I was just traveling home and I had a bunch of books with me, and so I pulled out another book, but I just completely ditched this book for that shiny new book. How terrible of me, I know. Another example would be Love Letters to the Dead. I was actually buddy reading this with a friend. I got about 100 pages in, and there was just too many similarities to The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and so with that just I couldn't continue reading because I just couldn't separate the two in my mind. I just kept making comparisons. That's never a good thing when you're reading a book and it's just so similar to another book that you love and you're just constantly making comparisons, and so I just had to shove it aside, and I actually ended up getting rid of it because I just couldn't separate the two. Like, I just couldn't do it. It hit a big snag for me. And another one is the Scorch Trials, and this is one that I actually was able to power through and end up finishing, but I had the hardest time getting through this book, and I think it's because it's so different than the Maze Runner. Like, the characters just go in this really weird direction. This story really takes a weird turn, and I just wasn't a huge fan of it, and so it took me so long to read this. I would pick it up, be like, not feeling it, put it down, pick it up, don't want to do it. I think it took a readathon for me to actually plow through this book, which I'm glad that I finally got through it because it was driving me crazy at the fact that I wasn't able to finish it. Number 3, the viral photobomb. The best photobomb there ever was. A book/series that you didn't know would get so popular. I'm gonna go with Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. I read this a couple years ago when Raylene was like pushing it on everybody and everybody was reading it and loving it. There's now been a movie that has been made of this book, which is awesome, and I just never expected this book to blow up in the way that it did. Number 4, work with David O. Russell, your favorite dysfunctional character. I'm gonna go with Cadence from We Were Liars because she's a very dysfunctional character, and it's because of all the things that she's going through that makes her dysfunctional. Like, she's going through a very rough time, and that just affects her life in a very dysfunctional way. So, Cadence from We Were Liars. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil you, but she's a very dysfunctional character. Number 5, Mystique. Jennifer Lawrence actually plays Mystique in the newer versions of X-Men. So this question is a villain who thinks they're doing what's right. I'm gonna have to go with Light from the manga Death Note, because even though he thinks he's doing something right in this story and he thinks that he is making the world a better place, he's becoming a murderer himself. And it's just really twisted. He's a very twisted character. Number 6, Bradley Cooper. Jennifer Lawrence works with Bradley Cooper a lot. They continue to do a lot of films together, which is awesome because I think that they work great together. So for this one, what author do you continue to go back to? Victoria Schwab, hands down, without a doubt. I continue to go back to her books because she continues to impress me, and I continue to love every book that she puts out. She's one of those authors that I trust. I go into her books trusting that I'm gonna have my mind completely blown, trusting that I'm gonna love the characters, and knowing that I'm going to leave that book with a very satisfying ending. Never really leaving you hanging and just constantly feeling satisfied after leaving her books. Number 7, spoiled for Homeland. Jennifer Lawrence was doing an interview and she watches the show Homeland, and the interviewer straight up spoiled something that happens in Homeland, and Jennifer like freaks out. I'll actually leave a link to the video down below because it is hilarious. Jennifer Lawrence's reaction, she just can't even deal with the interviewer. She gets so ticked off and it's so funny. Obviously it's horrible that she got spoiled, but her reaction is priceless. So for this one, a plot line that you were spoiled for. I was actually spoiled for the Beautiful Creatures plot line, but it was my own decision. I was watching one of Christine Riccio's videos, and there was actually a spoiler warning for the series. And she was like, I'm gonna go into detail, I'm gonna tell you what happens in the end. But I knew that I was never gonna continue on with the series, so I spoiled myself for the ending of that series. And I can't believe that it ends in the way that it does. Like, that just, wow. Emotional and crazy. I can't believe they ended it that way. I'm obviously not gonna say, but yes, I spoiled myself for the Beautiful Creatures series. Number 8, everyone's obsession with being Jennifer Lawrence's best friend. I want to be Jennifer Lawrence's best friend. A character who makes your ultimate best friend. Kenji from the Shatter Me trilogy, he would be the best friend. I want to be his best friend. He's hilarious, he's trustworthy, and he's just downright fantastic, and he would be the ultimate best friend to have. Number 9, The Hunger Games. What is your favorite high-profile series? I'm gonna go with the Mortal Instrument series, even though I haven't completed it. I love that series. That series is just so fun. It's such an interesting series. It's got diverse characters, it's got these crazy plot lines and plot twists, and I just thoroughly enjoy that series. Even though I haven't finished it, I still need to read the Infernal Devices. I know, it's happening soon. It's happening soon. Number 10, everything Jennifer Lawrence has ever said. Everything, because everything she says is perfection. Not really, but close to perfection. Your favorite snarky / comedic character. I'm gonna have to go with Lila from A Darker Shade of Magic. She's just a snarky character. She doesn't put up with anybody's crap, and she's always got a fantastic comeback when somebody tries to insult her. So that was the Jennifer Lawrence book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys should let me know down below who your favorite crazy character is, because I think Jennifer Lawrence is crazy in the best way possible. So let me know down below who your favorite crazy character is, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Later. This tag was originally created by Michael the Book Lion. So for that, another example would be Love Letters to the Dead. I got in, she's always got to come back right then and there. She's really got to come back.